addicts, your fantasy golf sommelier is back again for another week, and we are at the Valero Texas Open in San Antonio, Texas, TPC San Antonio, the Oaks course this week. And I'm happy to be back with you after I have taken a week off last week. And you know what? I think I needed it, and we all needed it. You know, it's kind of like when you're hungover and you really don't want to do anything, and maybe you're supposed to do something, like maybe you're supposed to mow the lawn or something, or do some laundry, and you decide that you'd rather sit on the couch and watch some golf. And that's kind of what happened last week. I didn't want to talk about the match play and didn't want to do anything with the Corrales Championship, even though our boy Joel Damon got the victory, which was fantastic. I just didn't feel like doing a fantasy golf sommelier video. And I don't care if you cared or not, whether or not I did it, because I didn't do it. So anyway, but this week I'm back on Cabernet. Once again, I'm drinking Cabernet. Kind of been a theme of the year for me, and red wine and Cabernet. Haven't been drinking as much rosé, which has been kind of crazy for me. Tonight, I want to talk a little bit about the health benefits, especially of wine, especially with Cabernet. But what I'm drinking is it's a Han. Let's see, Han Cabernet from California. And it's not the James Hahn family, in case you were wondering. I don't believe. It could be. No, it's from Nikki and Gabby Hahn. So maybe they know James. I don't know. Anyway, he's not even playing this week. So let's get into the plays of the week. And as always, we're going to start with the price like a Sutter home, plays like a Caymus play of the week. And for me, that is going to be Harry Higgs at 7,100. I'm going to give him 86 points. And look, here's the thing. We got to talk about the Texas narrative when we're in at a Texas event like the Valero Texas Open, right? And you know what? He may not have been born and raised in Texas, but you know what? He played for SMU, so he knows the area well. As far as the state, it may be a big state, but still, he knows how to play there, knows the winds and all that kind of stuff. And look, Harry Higgs has been in pretty good recent form lately. I mean, the guy has finished top 20 and top 30 in his last two events. He checks the box also in ball striking, top 30 in the field, top 10 in the field in strokes gained approach. I love that stat. As a matter of fact, that is my favorite stat this week, and the one that has really shown up over the last few years at TPC San Antonio, the Oaks course. Okay, and also he's 42nd in the field in par 5 scoring. You got to score on these par 5s this week. So I like some Harry Higgs at 7,100. He will be the price like a Sutter home, plays like a Caymus play of the week. Now, let's talk a little bit about the health reasons you need to drink wine. Okay, one of them, it's rich in antioxidants. Okay, now antioxidants, really what that means is, as far as I know, is it like fights diseases and stuff. Okay, so if you got things in your body that are fighting diseases, that's good. I mean, it's like getting a vaccine all in one sip. Okay. I mean, that's dose one. That's dose one of a vaccine I just took right there. So it's rich in antioxidants. It lowers bad cholesterol. So you got good cholesterol, you got bad cholesterol. I mean, as far as I know, you want to lower the bad cholesterol. And you know what? I feel like all the other stuff you might be eating or drinking or whatever is just bringing in a lot of bad cholesterol. Okay, you're eating a cheeseburger. That's probably not good cholesterol. I don't know. I'm not a doctor, but I have a feeling that's bad cholesterol. But if you can counteract that with some Cabernet, I mean, why not? You should do that. Another thing that Cabernet does, and it keeps your heart healthy. I have no idea why, but I think that it's probably because blood is red and red wine is red. And so it helps, it helps keep things red and good and flowing and all that kind of stuff. I don't know. I could be wrong about that. That's not very scientific. But anyway, before we talk about more health effects of red wine, let's talk about the Boone's Farm Vintage Fade of the Week. And this is for all you Brendan Steele lovers out there, okay? I know what you're saying. I know what you're thinking. You're an idiot, okay? You faded Brendan Steele last time, and he snuck up, by the way. He snuck up, that jerk, snuck up at the end of his last tournament, the Honda Classic, and finished in the top 10, okay? When he barely made the damn cut, okay? So F Brendan Steele and his 16% ownership this week at 9,100. I don't want to play him. I don't want to play him at all. Is he in good form? Yes. Does he have decent history here? Yes. He's made the cut like 6 straight years, but he hasn't really done that good when he's made the cut. 30th or 40th here and there. You don't want that out of a guy at 9,100. Screw that, okay? And if you want stats, he's 70th in the field in strokes gained approach. 70th, okay? I like that stat. I just mentioned it with the last guy, Harry Higgs. He's not that good in that stat. So I don't like Brendan Steele. He's also 68th in par 5 scoring. So you know what? Maybe am I reaching a little bit? Absolutely. But screw him. F Brendan Steele. I'm not playing him. And all you people that love him are going to come crashing down hard this week. He's 69 points. Lowest ever in the Fantasy Golf Sommelier for point total. 69 points. I'm giving it to Brendan Steele. Okay, more health things we need to talk about. Red wine, especially Cabernet, reduces the risk of cancer. That's all I need to say there. It helps treat the common cold. Okay, I've been saying this for years. Okay, years. I have not had a cold since I don't know when. I'm serious. Like ever since I started drinking wine, I've never had a cold. I can honestly say that. Never had a cold. Have I had allergies? Probably, but it wasn't a cold, and it wasn't the common cold for sure. So I think it is that is an absolute truth that it cures the common cold. And maybe some other things. Okay, I'm not going to say, pandemic type things, but it does cure things. Okay, and you know what? Here's another thing it does. It keeps the memory sharp. Somebody's got to do some fact checking on that because I don't know if it says it on the Google, but I don't know if that's true because I don't know if it really keeps the memory sharp. But maybe it does. If it does, that's another reason to like some Cabernet. Okay, I got one more reason to like Cabernet. By the way, if you want to give me some health reasons for you, maybe personally that you feel like Cabernet does for you, or red wine, or wine in general, put it in the comments. Let me know what you think or what you've learned about how wine can help you in your health, because we want to help people here. But let's move on to the Pop the Cork play of the week. This is the guy that I was not on in the podcast or anything else that we've talked about until now, but I'm on him now, and that is Lanto Griffin at 8,700. I love him this week. Look, I think he's going to be pretty low owned, and I say that less than 15%, which is not low, but when you think about some of these, these higher price guys, he's at 8,700. I think he's a great pivot off of Brendan Steele. Okay, pivot to him, save some cash, or Chris Kirk. He might be a good pivot off of Chris Kirk. Now I love Chris Kirk, but Chris Kirk is looking to be highly owned this week, so he could be a pivot play there. And look, the guy's just been playing incredibly solid lately. He's top 10 in the field in strokes gained approach and ball streaking. He's top 10 in the field in approach and ball striking, not streaking. And he's checking the box in par 5 scoring as well, also greens in regulation. I'm going to give him 92 points this week. I like how Lanto's been playing. Just an incredibly solid, consistent player. I think you can get a lot of upside out of him at 8,700 this week for the Valero Texas Open. So the Pop the Cork play is going to be Lanto Griffin. Now, the last health factor that I need to talk about for Cabernet is it keeps you slim. What else can I say? I just lost 2 pounds on that sip right there. Okay. All right. Now this sip's going to be a 4-pounder. Okay. That's it. I've lost 6 pounds right there in a matter of less than 30 seconds drinking some red wine. So there you go. That's all I got this week. You know what? Next week is the Masters, and I'm going to make it a good one. I've got a lot of information for you on some wine and some picks and things like that. So we'll see how it goes. But it's a huge week. I cannot wait to be back for the Masters. And that's all I got.